Hey gang, I had fun watching this one today. It's definitely the funniest episode so far, making me laugh 10 times. I know that's not amazing, but averaging one laugh every couple of minutes is good compared to the previous episodes in this season. Let's just get into it.
What is it?
So the main plotline, and arguably only plotline in this one, is that Leslie's mum, Marlene, is receiving an award at an event, and the gang are all attending it, each for different reasons.
This hotel always serves bacon wrapped shrimp. That's my #1 favorite food, wrapped around my #3 favorite food.
Leslie needs to make a speech and plans it in the office with Tom scribing for her. Tom keeps writing down different things to what she says.
Read that part back to me.
I was learning disabled, and my mom cast a very long shadow.
No, I didn't say learning disabled.
The main comedy of this episode stems from Leslie viewing this as a far more formal event than it needs to be, and convincing Anne to dress up to the extreme. Leslie goes and gets herself a political haircut from the barbers, making the two look like a lesbian couple.
Leslie's new friend.
Yeah, friend. We're friends. Just friends. I have a boyfriend. He's a man.
Leslie realises that the zoning board members are here, and that she should use this as an opportunity to convince them to rezone Lot 48 into a park for her. She follows advice from Marlene to blackmail one of the zoning board members by telling her that she knows that her husband has drink driving charges. This doesn't work very well. Anne thinks that Marlene is giving Leslie bad advice and goes home to Andy. Andy being at home and being needy of Anne over the phone is low-key the closest this episode has to having a B-plot. But really, this episode only follows one storyline. Leslie eventually goes to apologise to Anne and tells her that she didn't go through with blackmailing the woman, even though she did. Mark and Tom have left the event to try and pick up women.
It's called peacocking. Basically, I'm wearing something that kind of makes me stand out.
Mark is successful at getting female attention, but is not interested and goes home alone, while Tom is garnering no interest from the girls and wanting to use Mark to get girls to talk to him too.
Do you see him? Do you think a depressed person could make this? No.
I think I've always loved this episode, even though in the grand scheme of the show it isn't that great, because it builds all of the characters' characterizations really well. Tom is becoming funny, not just insufferable anymore.
Marlene Griggs Nope has said the N-word only 4 times in her entire life.
No.
She said it more than that?
April is also cementing my opinion of her having the funniest one-liners in the show.
Good evening, sir.
No, I'm off the clock, April. You don't need to call me sir.
My whole adult life I've referred to everyone as sir, and this is making me realise that maybe it stems from watching this show a million times when I was a teenager. I think I just wanted to be April. Andy still isn't likeable yet, but I suppose that he was written this way because the original plot idea is that him and Anne would break up and he would leave the show. I guess as a way for Anne to move on to someone better and heal her self-destructive tendencies, so they never thought they'd have to give him a redemption arc. This ends up working out in their favour when they keep him around because his character growth and self-discovery is a really fun element of the long-term show dynamic. In this episode, he has absolutely no growth. He learned nothing from his whole goal of the last episode to learn to appreciate Anne more.
That is hot.
Seriously?
Yes, that is really hot. How come you don't dress up like that for me?
Well, 'cause I would feel a little silly putting on a nice dress to go to the couch.
Also, as much as I don't love Anne in general, she is pretty funny in this episode.
Look, I would love to come hit on chicks with you guys, but,
You hit on chicks? For real?
Like, is Loki almost casual homophobia?
Mr. Leslie Nope and wife Anne.
But it's not really, because, like, she's not outwardly against gay people as a concept. She just isn't comfortable being seen as Leslie's date, which is fair enough.
I'm Leslie's trophy wife.
Chocolate, booze, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and treasure chests.
Leslie looks up to her mum, and she thinks very highly of both herself and Marlene, and thinks that they have the potential to be a political dynasty, despite both having very limited power in their own fields. This dynamic clearly isn't very healthy, as Leslie will go against her own moral compass to do what her mum thinks she should do.
Politics. Yes, my mom is crazy good at this.
Also, side note, that scene feels so weird because it's pretty rare for a character to talk directly to the camera in the middle of a scene when it's not a talking head. Like, we get occasional looks at the camera, but it isn't often that the audience is spoken to directly. This dynamic with Leslie and her mum reflects Anne's struggles with doing everything Andy tells her to do, even though she knows she shouldn't. Both of the ladies recognise these flaws in each other, but struggle to see why they're in the wrong in their own individual relationships.
You just do everything your mom tells you to do?
You just do everything your boyfriend tells you to do?
He has 2 broken legs.
Yeah, and he's got 3 crutches, and one of them is you, and the other 2 are crutches.
I personally think this episode handles the gay jokes in a really funny way, without causing offence, in my opinion, obviously. Like, be offended if you want to, but, like, I find it hard to imagine why people would be upset with most of the things said in this episode. Parks and Rec is not as irreverent as The Office, and I think that's caused it to age well. Not that I find anything in The Office overly problematic, because the dynamic is normally that one or two characters have problematic views while the rest of The Office mock them, or make them see why they're in the wrong. But I know that some people think that The Office hasn't aged well because of its balls to cover topics like sexuality in a joking manner. Anyway, this video is about Parks, not The Office. And I think this episode's funny. Oh my god, the scene where Andy thinks that Anne is with another dude, but it's just Leslie. On the sofa is so good.
Whoa, hey, what the hell? Oh, hi, Leslie.
In this episode, we also get to meet a new recurring background character, Martin Housley, who MCs many events over the show, such as the beauty pageant and the Pie Mary in the future. I didn't realise he first showed up here. That's fun. But why does Pawnee just have like one fella that hosts every award show and competition? That's so weird.
I think I'm safe. She's gotta be tired by now. Hi.
Cold Open is a load of nothing here. 2 out of 10. Leslie's literally just saying an irrelevant sentence. It's got no humour. It's setting up the dynamic of Pawnee having a bad relationship with the indigenous people of the land, as Leslie explains some of the horrific things the white people did to the Wamapokes, but it's a boring scene with no comedy. For the tag at the end of the episode, I rated it a 5 out of 10. It's just a conclusion to the Tom and Mark at the bar storyline, but it's pretty funny. Tom discusses how his wife understands that as a politician, he has to be accessible and appealing to the ladies, so it's a disappointment to both him and his wife that he's never even come close to cheating on her. It's rich of him to be bullying Leslie earlier in the episode for having 0 sexual partners this year.
Now, how many sexual partners have you had in the last year?
0 to 6.
0.
When he's clearly not getting any either. This episode is a strong 6 out of 10. It's very season 1 coded, of course, but it's fun. Even when I watched this episode with my sister, she was surprised about how good this episode is compared to the ones before it. It really feels like the writers and actors have started to find their footing and know what the characters' personalities and motivations are.
Hello? We're having a meeting in here.
Does anybody have any questions